सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः. Vichara Sagara, 4th chapter, page 118, topic 213. प्रमातृ प्रमाण प्रमाप्रमेय चैतन्यानि ननु वेदांत सिद्धान्ते चक्षुरादीन्द्रियाणां प्रत्यक्ष प्रमा कारणत्वं न युज्यते. Nischaladaasa, after discussing aparoksha jnanam and paroksha jnanam, he want to discuss about some relevant topics to give the fundamental concepts of Advaita Shastram. In Advaita Shastram, there are certain concepts. That concepts, if they are clear for us, we can understand Advaita Vedanta easily. That is why Nischaladasa heavily borrowing Tarka Shastra and Vedanta Paribhasha in these topics, which we were seeing from the last 4-5 classes especially. He is introducing that Triputi Pramata Pramanam Prameyam to bring the topic of Prama. Prama means knowledge. In the last class we saw right knowledge alone is called Prama. Jnanam is of 4 types. It can be right knowledge, or it can be remembered knowledge, Smriti Jnanam, or it can be Samshaya Jnanam, doubtful knowledge. 4th one is Brahma Jnanam, also possible, erroneous knowledge. Once Jnanam has got all these 4 meanings, Nischaladasa want to differentiate Prama, right knowledge, from all other 3. How he differentiated? Prama Jnanam is that which takes place, rise in the Sukshma Shariram, Vritti. Right knowledge will rise in the Sukshma Sharira Vritti, and other 3 of them, Smriti Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam, Samshaya Jnanam, all those 3 of them are rising in the Karana Sharira Vritti. Karana Sharira Vritti or Avidya Vritti. That we completed. Later he has come to Prama. What is right knowledge? For that he want to give Karanam Lakshanam. What is Karanam? To introduce Pramanam, after telling about Prama, he want to enter into Pramanam. Therefore, he introduced Pratyaksha Pramanam, Anumiti Pramanam, Upamiti Pramanam. Like that, 6 Pramanams he want to introduce. I introduced that in the last class. How to arrive at Pramanam? Beautifully presented. First, let us go to Karanam, he said. Karanam is of 2 types, he said. One is Sadharana Karanam, another is Asadharana Karanam. Sadharana Karanam is a general cause, which is for everything, it is normal, Sadharana Karanam. For that, I read the footnotes also according to Tarkikas. Ishvara, Ishvara Jnanam, Punya, Papa, Desha, Kala, all of them are commanders, Sadharana Karanam. And he gave an example for an individual when he creates something, Jiva Srishti. That means the individual Jiva, when he want to create, for that he took the example pot. When the pot maker want to make a pot, he used that wheel and that stick, danda, that kulalaha, use those 2 things. They are all Asadharana Karanam. Both of them, danda and the chakra, what he used to create a pot, to generate a pot, to produce a pot, it is known as Asadharana Karanam. Having said that Asadharana Karanam, whatever is Asadharana Karanam, specific cause for a specific particular effect, Karyam, that Karanam, Asadharana Karanam is called Karanam. That is called Karanam. And that Karanam which gives a specific knowledge with a specific cause, that knowledge comes only because of a specific Karanam, Asadharana Karanam, that can be called as Pramanam. Pramanam is that which is nothing but a knowledge produced by a particular cause to produce a particular effect. Up to here we saw in the last class, then I introduced the next topic. So, Pratyaksha Pramanani iti uchyante. They are all called Pratyaksha Pramanani. Chakshuradindriyani, he said in the above topic. Eyes, ears, etc., all of them, they are the instruments of direct perception. Having concluded that, now he is introducing 213 Pramatru, Pramana, Prama, Prameya, Chaitanyani. Chaitanyani means consciousnesses, as though there are many consciousnesses. Bahuvachanam he used. It is not actual Bahuvachanam, it is because of conditional, avachinnam, enclosed consciousness. That is why they are called Chaitanyani. Like enclosed space, pot space, hall space, stomach space, different spaces because of the container, upadhi, medium. Like that here also Chaitanyam is also as though confined with regard to Pramata, Pramanam, Prameyam and Prama. Therefore 4 Chaitanyams as it were. Now Purvapakshi's objection, Nanu onwards Purvapakshi. What Purvapakshi wants to say, Vedanta Siddhante, Chakshuradi Indriyanam, in Vedanta Siddhanta conclusion, Chakshuradi, eyes, ears, tongue, nose, etc., all of them, indriyanam, all those sense organs, they are pratyaksha prama karanatvam na yujyate. In your Vedanta itself, you are telling they are not the cause for direct perception. Pratyaksha prama karanatvam. Pratyaksha prama means direct perception, direct knowledge. Karanatvam, cause for the direct knowledge. What? Eyes, ears are not the cause for the direct knowledge. Na yujyate. It is not said in your Vedanta also. But why you have not taken like that? Tathahi. To explain further, from here I have to introduce. I will read the portion. Tathahi Vedanta Siddhante Chatvaraschaitanya Bhedaha Santi Pramatru Chaitanyam Pramana Chaitanyam Pramiti Chaitanyam Athava Pramatru Chaitanyam Prama Chaitanyam Prameya Chaitanyam Athava Vishaya Chaitanyamiti Vedantamate Pramanama Chaitanyameva Taccha Chaitanyam Nityam Nendriyajanyam Tasman Nendriyam Tat Karanamiti Chet Tannam Chaitanyasya Pramatvapadika Vrittirapi Prametyuchyate Tasya Vrittirendriyam Karanam. These are the important concepts of Vedanta, Advaita Shastra, fundamental concepts of Advaita Shastra. So now he is introducing that four types of Chaitanyams in Triputi. First we will take Triputi, Pramata, Pramanam, Prameyam, Triputi. These are all you know because I discussed many times in our classes. Tathahi Vedanta Siddhante. Purapakshi is elaborating. What is our contention is elaborating, but where he is committing a mistake we'll see later. That Vedanta Siddhante, you are talking, O Vedantin, Chaitanya Chatvaraha Bhedaha. There are four different types of Chaitanyams you are talking. Something according to you, there are four types of Chaitanyam. What you say in Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta, Pramatra Chaitanyam, one. That Chaitanyam, Pramatra Chaitanyam, the knower consciousness. Okay? Pramana Chaitanyam, the instrument consciousness. Chaitanya. Pramana means instrument. Then Pramiti Chaitanyam or Prama. Pramiti means Prama. Prama Chaitanyam. Athava, he says another name for that is Prama Chaitanyam. Pramiti or Prama, both are synonyms. Then what is the fourth one? Prameya Chaitanyam Athava Vishaya Chaitanyam iti. So Prameya Chaitanyam means that consciousness which is associated with Vishaya, the object. Prameyam. Prama means consciousness associated with the knowledge. Prama. That consciousness associated with the Pramanam instrument is called Pramana Chaitanya. That consciousness which is associated with the Pramata is called Pramatra Chaitanya. What is common? Common is Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is common in four of them. Now this Triputi, what is Triputi? Knower, known and knowledge. Knower, known, knowledge. Pramata, Pramanam, Prameyam. All these four are there in Vedanta Siddhanta. So Vedanta Mate Pramanama Chaitanyameva. In Vedanta Siddhantam, Prama means Chaitanyam. He is mistaking that Prama. What we call Prama means knowledge. What he says, Prama means knowledge. Knowledge means consciousness. Consciousness means Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is Nityam. So, Prama, the Chaitanyam, need not be produced. What we say, Prama is produced because of the Samyoga of Pramata, Pramanam, Prameya. This is called Karaka Samyoga, Triputi Samyoga. When the subject, object come into contact with the help of instrument, Pramata, the subject, Prameyam, the object, and the instrument which is connecting both of them is called Pramanam. Pramata, Prameyam, Pramanam, Samyogaha, coming together, Karaka Samyogaha. This Samyoga generate Prama, produce Prama. Purvapakshi says, how you can say Prama or knowledge is producible? How can you say it is produced? Because Prama is equal to knowledge, knowledge is equal to consciousness, consciousness is equal to Chaitanyam, Chaitanyam is Nityam, that need not be produced. Purvapakshi's objection. He is taking that Prama as consciousness. Because Prama is equal to Jnanam, we said, Prama Jnanam, right knowledge. Right knowledge, when we said, what Purvapakshi mistake he does? Purvapakshi does a mistake that Prama, knowledge, he takes it as consciousness. There is a difference between Prama and consciousness. What is the difference? The difference is Prama is generated knowledge. That which is generated, Prama. Vritti Jnanam. Prama is a Vritti Jnanam. Consciousness is in Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, that consciousness, what we call also Jnanam, that Jnanam, consciousness, Swarupa Lakshanam of Taittiriya Upanishad, Brahma Lakshanam, when it was talking, that Jnanam is Vritti Rahita Chaitanyam. Vritti Rahita Chaitanyam. Prama is Vritti Sahita Chaitanyam. Prama, knowledge, is generated in the thought form, in the mind, which mind is in Antakaranam, in the body. That is generated knowledge, Janya Jnanam. Janya Jnanam is Prama, Ajanya Jnanam is consciousness, Chaitanyam. So, knowledge means Prama, it is Janya Jnanam, it is Anityam. That he is mistaking it as a consciousness. In which Prama, right knowledge, in which Prama we need Vritti, there Triputi is required, Pramata, Pramana, Prameya, Samyoga is required. They have to come together. It is Janyam, it is born, so and so place, particular time. Prama is different from consciousness. Consciousness is Ajanyam. It is all pervading, it is always there, it is not born. Consciousness is not born. That is called Chaitanyam. That consciousness is also called Jnanam, Vritti Rahita Jnanam. Vritti Rahita Jnanam, or we can say Shuddha Chaitanyam. Kevala Chaitanyam, pure consciousness is called consciousness. Pure Chaitanyam, Shuddha Chaitanyam is called consciousness. Ashuddha Chaitanyam, as it were. Ashuddha Chaitanya means what? Thought associated Chaitanyam is called Prama. That is knowledge. That Jnanam is different, this Jnanam is different. Prama Jnanam is Janya Jnanam. Chaitanyam Jnanam is Jnanam Nama. Its name is called Jnanam. Chaitanyam, other name is called Jnanam. That Jnanam is called Chaitanyam Vritti Rahita. So to generate any knowledge, you require two Chaitanyams. Samanya Chaitanyam and Vishesha Chaitanyam. That we are going to see. He is going to elaborate. So Purvapakshi Tacha Chaitanyam Nityam. That Chaitanyam what you are talking is Nityam, eternal. Na Indriya Janyam. It is not Indriya Janyam. It is not born out of sense contact. Tasmat na indriyam, therefore sense organ cannot be the cause. Tat karanam iti chet. Tat karanam means prama karanam. That knowledge is raised out of eyes, ears, etc. sense organs. That is not possible. Tat karanam iti na iti chet. It is not indriya janyam, and it is therefore sense organs cannot be the cause to generate the knowledge, because that knowledge is eternal, Brahman. How can you say so? Then what? Siddhanti Nischaladasa gives answer. Tanna. It is not like that. Your contention is wrong. Why your contention is wrong? You are taking Brahma as pure consciousness. Kevala Chaitanya. Brahma, right knowledge, you are taking as Kevala Chaitanyam, pure consciousness. But Brahma means Vritti plus Chaitanyam. That Vritti plus Chaitanyam, when you take, it is called Brahma. So that thought which convert general knowledge into a specific knowledge. A thought which convert the Shuddha Chaitanyam or that consciousness into a specific knowledge. That knowledge into a specific knowledge. General knowledge into a specific knowledge. So for that he is going to give example also. Chaitanyasya Pramatvapadika. For Chaitanyam, you are not able to differentiate from Prama, Shuddha Chaitanyam and Vritti Sahita Chaitanyam Prama. You are not able to differentiate, and you are taking that Prama as Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam is differentiated by four upadhis or mediums you have forgotten. Chaitanyam is differentiated by four mediums in Vedanta. You have said correctly, but you have committed one mistake. That Jnanam, this Janya Jnanam, Ajanya Jnanam, you are mixing up, messing up. Vrittirapi Prama iti uchyate. Vritti also included in the Prama. In Chaitanyam, in pure consciousness, Vritti is not included. In Prama, Vritti is included. Without Vritti, knowledge is not possible. Consciousness alone cannot be the cause for knowledge. Thought alone is not the cause for knowledge. Consciousness alone cannot generate Prama, or thought alone cannot generate Prama. Then who will generate Prama? Consciousness plus thought together generate Prama. Prama iti uchyate. Vrittirapi Prama iti uchyate. Why? thought alone is called prama because it is included in that prama, in the knowledge. You say sense organs cannot be the cause for the eternal, no, Chaitanyam to produce because it is Nityam. We are not talking that eternal Chaitanyam. We are talking about that knowledge, Janya Jnanam. Tasyaha Vrittirendriyam Karanam. Pramayaha. Tasyaha means Pramayaha. Vrittihi Vrittehe Indriyam Karanam. That thought rise where? In the mind. Mind is called Antaha Karanam. Antaha Karanam means inner instrument. Technical name. They call it as Antaha, inner, Karanam, instrument. So where thought rise? In the mind. Where is mind? Mind is in the heart. Which heart? Our physical heart. Where is the physical heart? Physical heart is in the physical body. So in the physical body, there is a physical heart, Mamsa Pindam. In that physical heart, there is invisible mind, Sukshmam. In that mind, thought arises. In that thought, there is Chaitanyam associated. In the thought, how Chaitanyam associated, this doubt should not come. If it comes, suppose, in thought, how Chaitanyam or consciousness is associated. Consciousness is all pervading. It is everywhere. It is spreading all over. Therefore, wherever thought is there must be Chaitanyam. Vrittirapi Indriyam Karanam. Vrittehe Indriyam Karanam. So that Antah Karanam is a Karanam for the thought arrival. These are all you cannot see physically. A thought, mind, they are all subtle. You cannot see them. You have to grasp them intellectually. With this, Purvapakshi is negated briefly. Now elaborately he is going to negate what are those four Chaitanyams. He elaborates. Pramatru Chaitanyam Deha Madhya Vrutyantah Karanena Avachinnam Chaitanyam Pramatru Chaitanyam Ityuchyate. So very, very interesting topic. If you are able to grasp this, you will enjoy Advaita Vedanta thoroughly. Pramatru Chaitanyam, that consciousness which is associated with Pramata. Pramatru Chaitanyam. What is that? Deha Madhya Vrutya Antakarana. Vritti means here residing, Vartanam, Vartate iti Vritti, not thought. Okay, in the middle of the body. Heart is where? In the middle of the body. Deha Madhya Vrityantah Karana Karanena. Vrityantah Karanena means that Antakaranam which is residing in the middle part of the body, where that is heart. What a Sanskrit you see. Heart is a Golakam. Just as eyes are Golakam, seeing power is Karanam. Eyes are Golakam. Ears are Golakam. The fleshy part of ears, fleshy part of eyes, eyelids, eyelashes, pupil, all these are Golakam. They cannot see. They through that Golakam, like in the bank, there are counters, cash counter, all those counters are there. That counters cannot do any function. Behind the counter, the cashier must be there. Then only that counter will function. Otherwise, you have to wait until the counter, the cashier comes. Like that here, our seeing power is also like a cashier. These are all counters. Like that, heart is a medium, it is a golakam. Our own heart is a golakam. That is why when we say, my mind is, whenever we say, I'm so happy, I'm so sad, we show the hand near the heart, keeping on the chest, on the chest, and we say, I'm so happy, I'm so sad. We don't say, I'm so happy, keeping the hand on the head. We don't say, I'm so happy, I'm so sad. Like that we don't say, I'm so happy, I'm so happy. That means what? Without your knowledge, you are accepting the mind is in the heart. Which heart? Golakam. Where is it? In the middle of the body. That is. Which body? Gross body. Gross body. Deha madhya vrutta. Vritti means vartatam. Vartani. Vartanam. That means that residing. Antahkarana. That is location of antahkaranam. Avachinnam, enclosed. This we saw already this topic previously. Avachinna chaitanyam, like pot space. Ghatakasha. Ghatavachinna akasha. Correct? Ghatavachinna akasha means the space enclosed in the pot is called Ghatavachinna akasha. That avachinna, we drop that word. Ghata akasha, we say. We don't always use the word ghata avachinna akasha, megha avachinna akasha. We don't say. That avachinnam, enclosed, confined, we drop that word. Normally we use what? Ghata akasha. That means what? Ghata avachinna akasha ityartha. The space enclosed in the pot is called ghata akasha. The space enclosed in the megha, cloud, is called megha akasha. We saw this topic also previously. 4 types of chit chatur vidya prakaranam when we were seeing. We saw here in Vichara Sagara itself. I hope you remember. Like that, here also Chaitanya also confined, as it were, in the container, upadhi. So that is golakam, the golakam mind. In the mind, this Chaitanya is there. Antahkarana, avachinnam, Chaitanyam. That location of antahkaranam, which is in the heart, which is in the physical body, there Chaitanyam is available. How Chaitanyam is available? It is all pervading. It is all pervading. Pramatra Chaitanyam ityuchyate. That alone is called Pramatra Chaitanyam. If you understand further detailedly, I will tell you. Example, you see this pot. Pot maker created the pot. Once pot maker produced the pot, what do you make use of this pot or pot space? To hold water or milk or curds, what is useful? Pot is useful or space in the pot is useful? Both are useful, SWAMINI. What is most important? To use space. Space is important. That is why you pour the milk or water exactly its shape, how much it is available. So, you are using the space only. Now this ghata avachinna akasha you are using. When pot maker created the pot, does he brought the space from a chunk of space from outside and kept inside the pot? He brought some space from outside. Along with the pot making, he brought some clay. Along with that, he brought some space also. Then he kept space in there. No. You know that it is not like that. Why? While he is creating the pot, generating the pot, space is already there. Space is already there. available, because space is pervading everywhere, all over. The moment pot has come, already existing space gets the name Ghata Akashaha. Is it clear? I hope it is clear. Enjoying. Similarly, already all-pervading Chaitanyam is there as the Antahkaranam, which is in the heart, available in the Sukshma Shariram. Already existing Chaitanyam gets the name what? Pramatra Chaitanyam. Pramatra Chaitanyam. That is the name given here. Technically translated for Antahkaranam, they use inner instrument associated with Chaitanya. There is nothing which is not associated with Chaitanya. Remember, very important point. There is nothing which is not associated with Chaitanyam. What is the logic? Simple logic. Because Chaitanyam is all pervading, wherever, whatever object is there, there is Chaitanyam. Since Antahkaranam is there inside, the mind is there, in that Antahkaranam mind, there is Chaitanyam. That Chaitanyam is called Pramatra Chaitanyam. Clear? This is one Chaitanyam. Enclosed Chaitanyam. Enclosed Chaitanyam. Now next he goes to Pramana Chaitanyam, second one. Ida Pramana Chaitanyam idameva antahkaranam chakshuradindriyadvara bahirnirgatya ghataadi vishaya desha paryantam dirghi bhava rupa parinamam prapnoti tato ghataadi vishayaihi samsrujya ghataadi tat विषयाकारेण च परिणमते यथा तडाख्योदकं प्रणालीद्वारा बहिर्निर्गत्य कुल्यात्मना परिणामं प्राप्य केदारान् प्रविश्य केदाराकारं भवति तथैव अन्तःकरणानि चक्षुरादीन्द्रियच्छिद्रद्वारा बहिर्निर्गत्य विषयरूपकेदारं प्राप्य विषयाकारं भवति तत्र देश आरभ्य घटादि विषय देश पर्यन्तं योऽन्तःकरणस्य दीर्घीभाव रूप परिणामः स एव वृत्तिज्ञानमित्युच्यते वृत्तिज्ञान रूपो अन्तःकरण परिणामः स प्रमाणमिति कथ्यते तेन अवच्छिन्नं चैतन्यं प्रमाण chaitanyamityabhidhiyate. In many Upanishad classes, I used these words: pramanam, pramata, prameyam. Very familiar, these words. But now the Chaitanyam association with pramata, pramanam, prameyam, first time we are seeing. First time in the sense, in previous portions also we saw, not this much elaborately. So he is going to give the concept of, the fundamental concept of Advaita. What he says, you see, he gives another example. In Dakshinamurti Stotram I explained, Nana Chidra Ghatodara Sthita Mahadeepa Prabha Bhaswaram. Ice going and pervading the pot, like that. Now he gives one example. What is that example? There is a lake, water lake. And how Chaitanyam gets these names, all these four names, we may get doubt. Pramana Chaitanyam, Prameya Chaitanyam, Prama Chaitanyam. What is this? Why? Why so many names, four names for Chaitanyam? Just like a lake of water, a canal, big canal you are passing, that water. So lake water is connected to a canal. Kulyatma means what? Canal water. So big lake, repository of water, and it has to be sent to the Kedaram. Kedaram means fields, agricultural land. To send to that agricultural land, what they do? They cannot connect to the lake, it is very far. So in between the Kedaram, that field, agricultural field, and lake, they have a connection, canal. And from that lake, the water comes through the canal, and through that canal the water passes, and that water is sent to the fields where the agriculturists, they do that farming. And the water, when it fills that place, that farmers have their land 1 acre, 2 acres, and other farmer next other 2 acres. Like that, they have different acres of land. In that, how they put water, you might have seen. Imagine you are in a helicopter or aeroplane. From there you see. Many of you are traveling from nowadays, going by air is aeroplane is very common. When we see from the top, when you go to villages from very near, also we saw when we were young. Now from aeroplane also we are seeing how that water from canal enter the field. If that land farmer made that it as a dirgha chaturasam, triangular or square form, the square form it gets the water. Water is in the square form because he made that shape of that land, or dirgha chaturasrakaram, rectangular, triangular, or different ways they can do. Normally they do square or they do dirgha chaturasram. That is example. Water gets the shape. Water doesn't have shape at all. Water doesn't have shape. But water gets the shape of that land shape. Similarly, Chaitanyam also. Look into the portion now. That example, and he gives the Darshtanta. Pramana Chaitanyam means idam eva antahkaranam. Antahkaranam means inner instrument. Chakshuradindriya dwara. From the mind, the thought goes out. Chakshuradi indriya dwara. From the eyes or ears, sparsha jnanam, rupa jnanam, shabda jnanam. Chakshuradi indriya dwara bahir nirgatya. It goes outside. And what? Ghatadi vishaya desha paryantam. Now, ghata. So, a nice example. I have ghata also. Nichaladasa also using ghata only, pot. So, now you are also looking at the pot. I am also looking at the pot. Okay. What happens here? Ghatadi vishaya desha paryantam. Desha means the place where the pot is. It is in my hand. My eyes are here. Your eyes are there. And your eyes, what happens? Dirghi bhava rupa parinamam prapnoti. Eyes, the thought from the mind, antakaranam, the thought through the eyes, it pervades the pot. Dirghi. Dirghi means what? The beam of thought. Like beam of light. How it goes. Similarly, beam of thought, it pervades. Dirghi bhava rupa Parinamam, that is the parinamam. Prapnoti. What parinamam? That thought becomes ghatakaram. Until well, it is traveling, there is no akara for thought. Once it envelops the pot, it gets that akara. Tataha ghatadi vishayaihi samsrijya. This thought goes spread and pervades, envelops the pot. Then what happens? Vishayaihi samsrijya. It gets associated. Then what happens? Ghatadi tat vishayakarena. If it is a pot, the thought gets the ghata akara, pot akara, pot shape. If it is a clip, it gets a clip shape. If it is whatever object, the thought gets that shape. These are all new, not new for you. I already explained many times in my classes. In Panchadashi, we saw many times elaborately, Brihadaranyaka, Chandogya, and Brahma Sutra, all these we saw. So, tattad akara, tattad means pata vritti, ghata vritti, clip vritti, wall vritti, fan vritti, all that thought. Vishaya paryantam, dirghi bhava rupa parinamam prapnoti tataha ghatadi vishayaihi samsrijya ghatadi tattad vishayakarena cha parinamate. Ghatakara, if it is ghatam, or if it is clip akara, if it is pen akara, okay, parinamate, it get transformed. Yatha, that example he is giving. How this pot akara, thought gets the pot shape. Thought gets the pot shape because it pervades the pot. Like yatha tadakodakam, lake water. Udakam means water, tadaka means lake. Pranali dwara, through canal. Through the canal, pranali means canal. Bahir nirgatya, going out. From bahir means from canal it goes out. From lake, water comes to canal. From canal, it comes kulyatmana parinamam prapya. First it gets the canal shape. If it is broad, water also looks so broad. If it is narrow, it is turning, it also gets curve, turning, like that. Kulyatmana means water in the canal. Parinamam prapya. Previously it was in lake, it is so vast. Now canal is very small, so its water shape also changes. Parinamate. Kedaram pravishya parinamam prapya. Having taken the canal shape, then Kedaram pravishya, it enters the field. Tat chatushkonadi rupa kedaram akaram bhavati. Simple Sanskrit, you see how beautiful. That water, when it enters the field and take that chatushkonakaram, triangular, dirgha chaturasram, and chatushkonakaram, triangular, square, etc. Kedaram akaram, that field shape it takes. Bhavati tatha eva. Beautiful example. Tatha eva, like that. Antakaranam api. You have to do nididhyasana like that. Remember the Kedaram, not Kedarnath. Kedaram is the field. Tatha eva. Similarly, come to the Ashtanta. Tatha eva antakaranam api. Even our mind also. Chakshuradi indriya dwara bahir nirgatya. Our mind goes out means the thought rise in the mind goes out. Thought is invisible. Mind is invisible. In that mind, thought arise. That thought travel. Bahir nirgatya. Visharupam kedaram. Just as that water entered the field, here our thought also pervades the object. Here Visharupa Kedaram. And there Kedaram field, here pot, any object you take. Kedaram prapya. Vishayarupa Kedaram prapya. Vishayarupa Kedaram means what? In that example, field. Here, Vishayam, for us, object of knowledge. So this Vishayarupa Kedaram prapya. Vishayakaram prapnoti. Clip akaram, ghata akaram, pustaka akaram, pen akaram, like that. Whatever akaram. Prapya Vishayakaram bhavati. Tatra Deha Desham Arabhya. So from my eyes it started. Deha Desham. So eyes are seeing the pot. From this place onwards it starts Ghatadi Vishaya Desha Paryantam. Until the Desha where the pot. If it is near here, then it is far, it go far. So for you also, for me also. Deha Desha Paryantam Arabhya Ghatadi Vishaya Desha Paryantam. Until the space where the pot is there, until that space, until that place. Yo antakaranasya dirghi bhava rupa. Our antakarana thought slowly, beam of thought pervades. Dirghi bhava rupa parinamaha. That parinamaha saeva vritti jnanam ityuchyate. That's why vritti vyapti, phala vyapti. How you get knowledge? By vritti vyapti, phala vyapti, vaisa. So jnanam iti uchyate. Vritti jnanam ityuchyate. So this vritti slowly pervades. Along with vritti, what is there? How vritti travels? Mind is jadam. Vritti is jadam. How it travels? Because of Chaitanyam. Because Chaitanyam is there along with vritti. So that jnanam, vritti jnanam. Vritti jnanam. Vritti jnanam ityuchyate. Vritti jnana rupaha yaha antakarana parinamaha. That antakarana modification, mind mental modification alone is called vritti jnana rupaha. It is of the nature of thought, in the form of thought consciousness. Vritti plus Chaitanyam. Vritti Jnanam means what? Vritti plus Chaitanyam. Vritti plus Chaitanyam put together, from Antakarana they have come out. Therefore, here modification. Parinama means modification. Antakarana parinamaha. So modification, parinama means a vishesha parinama. If it is pot, pot shape. Book shape, parinamaha. Saha pramanamiti kachyate. That is called pramana. Vritti jnanam is called pramanam. That which vritti rise from the mind and travel slowly and pervades that so and so object. That vritti jnanam, it serves like a pramanam, instrument. Thought plus consciousness is equal to pramanam, instrument of knowledge. Instrument of knowledge. Because without vritti, you cannot get the thought pot knowledge. To get pot knowledge, you have to get pot vritti and chaitanyam together. They have to travel up to the pot. Kannuku kanumena. It cannot be seen through your eyes because it is invisible. Thought is invisible. You cannot see it. So, tena avacchinnam chaitanyam, you see. Tena means vritti. Vritti avachinna chaitanyam. Avachinna means enclosed consciousness. Where? In the thought. Thought enclosed consciousness. Pramana chaitanyam iti abhidhiyate. What is Pramana Chaitanyam? Thought enclosed consciousness alone is called Pramana Chaitanyam. All words we cannot translate. Sanskritam is so comfortable. So, Pramana Chaitanyam means Vritti Avachinna Chaitanyam. That's all. Thought enclosed consciousness is called Pramana Chaitanyam. Pramana Chaitanyam, if you want translation. Chaitanyam, that which is associated with what? Vritti. Vritti is called pramanam. So vritti jnanam is called pramanam since it is associated, consciousness is associated with that vritti jnanam, therefore what? Chaitanya sahita vritti jnanam is called pramanam. Vritti plus chaitanya, that is called vritti jnanam. Once it envelops the object, it is vritti jnanam alone is called pramana. Since chaitanyam is there, because chaitanyam is all pervading, chaitanyam is there, and the vritti, traveling vritti is called pramanam. Okay, traveling vritti is called pramanam. Along traveling and chaitanya sahita vritti. Chaitanya sahita vritti traveling towards that any object is called pramanam. Simple, your thought alone is called pramanam. That's all. However, pramana chaitanyam pramanamiti katyate tatha tena avachinna chaitanyam pramana chaitanyam iti abhidhiyate. Next topic means the third one. Pramiti chaitanyam athava prama chaitanyam kedaram pravishya yatha jalam kedara saga samakaram bhavati tatha ghatadi vishayam prapya antakarna vrittirapi ghatadi vishaya samanakaratam bhajate tadrisha vishaya samanakarataya avachinna chaitanyam prama chaitanyam ityuchyate. Actually, prameya chaitanyam should come, but Nishchadas are taking prama chaitanyam first. Pramiti chaitanyam, prama or pramiti, both are synonyms. Prameya chaitanyam, pramata, pramanam, prameya should come. Actually, prameyam also we can take, but Acharya goes for prama chaitanyam, therefore we will read that only. Pramiti chaitanyam athava prama chaitanyam. That means what? Chaitanyam, consciousness associated with knowledge is called prama chaitanyam. With jnanam, prama chaitanyam. Just as kedaram pravishya yatha jalam kedara samakaram bhavati. Kedara sama akaram. Just as the water from the lake, from lake to canal, canal to field, it has entered, and after entering it has got chatushkona karam, etc. shape and all. Samakaram, same shape it has got, tatha. Similarly, how simple is Sanskrit, you see? Very easily you can understand. Tatha. Similarly, ghatadi vishayam. Number pot example now. Okay, ghatadi vishayam, object, pot object. Prapya. Prapya means now pot is in our hand. So in my hand. So you are seeing antakarana vrittirapi. Antakarana vritti ghatadi vishaya samakaratam bhajate. So vritti, when it is traveling, there is no shape. And it pervades the pot, it gets the shape. Your thought. What thought? Shape? Pot shape. Until it is traveling, there is no shape to the thought. Once it envelopes the pot, looks the pot, it reached place, it get ghatakara, samanakara tam bhajate. Bhajate means not bhajanam. Bhajate means it takes that shape. Tadrisha, that type of vishaya samanakarataya, that object shape, vishaya samanakarataya. What will happen? Avachinna chaitanyam also. Avachinna chaitanyam also gets the same shape. Prama chaitanyam iti uchyate. So you get the pot knowledge. Pot knowledge, when you say that prama, pot plus knowledge. That means what? Vritti is there, chaitanyam is there, and you got the knowledge. So without vritti, there is no knowledge at all. So that's why people should not sit in samadhi. Vritti is required. Chitta vritti nirodha and actually samadhi, if you sit, you stop the mind, you stop the thoughts, and vritti is not there. And what will be there? You will enjoy the samadhi, but no knowledge will take place. Knowledge to take place, you require vritti. Vritti to rise thought is required. Thought to rise mind is required. Mind to function, you must be in Jagrata Avastha, attend the class. Don't sit in meditation. Meditation, no knowledge will take place. You may get some relaxation. That benefit will be there. But knowledge never come. Why? Vritti is not there. Simple. More in the next class. Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.